Yo. I thought he was fast, he was slow.
Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson, The Ring 6, January 31st. Click the link in the bio to buy now and get 5% off the pay-per-view when you enter this code at checkout.
Andre, what'd you think, man?
Good fight, man.
Yeah.
That's a massive win for British boxing. Here comes the champ. Round of applause, ladies and gentlemen. 28 years of age.
Coming into the night, many framed this matchup as dead even, a clash between experience and what was supposed to be the next wave. But once the fight ended at Madison Square Garden, there was nothing left to argue about. No split opinions, no lingering questions. This wasn't just a victory, it was a one-sided breakdown of a reigning champion. The judges' tallies told the story loud and clear, 119 to 109 on every card. What was expected to be a dangerous shootout turned into a dominant showcase, with the feared puncher reduced to surviving rather than threatening.
It's Johnny Boy. Nah, I'm shut that off. It's Johnny Boy at Fight Hype. I'm here with Coach Wally Moses. Talk to me about Shakur's performance. How excited and happy you are about this performance?
Man, I'm very excited. You know, I said this was another legacy fight for him, and
Absolutely.
he got a chance to, you know, establish his legacy once again, winning another title at 140 pounds. So I'm very enthusiastic about his future and very proud of it.
In the weeks leading up to this fight, the conversation felt heavier than usual. Stories circulated about questionable tests, concerns over Teofimo Lopez's state of mind, and unsettling talk involving paranoia and dark theories. Many fans openly questioned whether he was in the right headspace to compete at this level. Fight Night answered that question decisively. What had been advertised as a brutal showdown quickly became a technical exhibition, and the so-called takeover looked more drained and dominant. If you believed you already understood Shakur Stevenson's ceiling, this performance shattered that idea. He showed another gear entirely. And if you thought Lopez's power was a universal escape hatch, this bout revealed the one style that shuts it down completely. The building buzzed as both men made their entrances, but that intensity vanished the instant the opening bell sounded. Early rounds are usually cautious, a slow probe, mutual respect, measured risks. Stevenson ignored that script entirely. From the opening moment, he looked shockingly relaxed. He didn't retreat. He didn't clinch. He stayed right in range and began snapping out a jab that functioned like a barrier Lopez couldn't cross. Within the first round, frustration was already written across Lopez's face. He kept diving in, hunting for the kind of counter that once stopped Lomachenko, but every attempt met nothing but space. Stevenson was operating on a different rhythm altogether. By round 2, the direction of the fight was obvious. Lopez was lunging, overreaching, and throwing wide shots that missed badly. Midway through the round, Stevenson timed him perfectly with a sharp counter that sent Lopez down, officially waved off as a shove. But the statement was clear. This was not a competitive exchange. The crowd, heavily tilted in Lopez's favor, fell quiet as they watched their champion systematically broken down by crisp, basic combinations. A jab and straight delivered with clinical accuracy and complete control.
The crowd, packed with Lopez supporters, went dead silent as they watched their champion get picked apart by a simple, stinging 1-2 combination that landed with surgical precision.
They have not even invented a word to describe what Shakur Stevenson did tonight to Teofimo Lopez. Shakur Stevenson absolutely made Teofimo Lopez tonight look like a complete amateur. Teofimo Lopez looked like anything but a 2-division world champion. He looked like a complete amateur tonight. Shakur Stevenson made Teofimo Lopez look like a complete amateur tonight. He won one round, the first round. After the first round, Teofimo Lopez didn't win another single round.
By the time the fight reached the middle rounds, the tone had shifted completely. What began as a contest slid into something uncomfortable to watch. Any criticism that Stevenson's style lacked excitement vanished between rounds 4 and 6. This wasn't just clean boxing. It was punishment that I end the fourth. A solid shot to the body followed by a looping punch upstairs nearly sent Lopez down. The arena reacted instantly, expecting a knockdown, and although he stayed on his feet, it was obvious he was hurt. The effects were written all over him. A cut formed, his eye began to puff up, and every swelling mark traced back to the jab that had been landing non-stop. The sixth round was especially harsh. Realizing there was no real threat coming back his way, Stevenson stopped giving ground and chose to engage. He snapped out back-to-back jabs, then timed Lopez with clean counters that repeatedly whipped his head backward. Later in the round, Lopez ran straight into another combination and hit the floor once more. It was ruled a slip in real time, but the replay told a different story. By then, the champion looked completely out of ideas, throwing wide, hopeful punches instead of calculated attacks. Stevenson, calm and composed, continued breaking him down methodically, treating the exchanges like target practice rather than a title fight.
All glory to God. It was an amazing night. I put the work in. I stayed disciplined throughout my camp. I was in tremendous shape. And T.O., he's a hell of a fighter, but I was the better man tonight.
Guys, just raise your hands, please, and the microphone will be brought to you. Thank you.
Well, congratulations, man. Great performance, obviously. Did you feel at some point that you demoralized him and he was just kind of trying to get to the finish line?
Yeah, I definitely did. I feel like he's a fighter, so he tried to fight back. But yeah, I picked him apart. In the second round, I want to say that I told my corner, I said, I'm stronger than he is.
Did you feel like you hurt him at any point in the fight?
Yeah, for sure. I hurt him a couple times. My jab, my left hand to the body, my left hand up top. I put on a great show tonight.
Obviously a great performance against your best opponent. Any disappointment that you didn't stop him? Because you said even during the fight you wanted to stop him.
No, there's no disappointment. It's boxing at the end of the day. I seen him go out there and when I was about to stop him, he started fighting back a little bit. So respect to him. He's a sharp fighter. He got a lot of knowledge and he did what he did to survive.
The seventh round closed. The action in the corner became almost as revealing as what was happening in the ring. The urgency in Teofimo Lopez Sr.'s voice was unmistakable. There were no calm instructions, no strategic guidance about angles or ring control. What came instead was pure desperation. One request, repeated like a prayer: find some power. That was the extent of the plan. By that point, they understood the reality. Lopez was being beaten everywhere that mattered: speed, timing, positioning, and awareness. With no technical answers left, the only thing they could cling to was the hope of a single, game-changing shot.
Shakur has cemented himself as a Hall of Famer. He's now a 4-division world champion. He is Olympic silver medalist. Should have been a gold medalist because I thought he beat Robson Casasio. Robisi Ramirez. And he's a super featherweight unified champion. He's now 4-division champion. He's 25 wins, no loss, no draw. 11 wins by way of knockout. He's pound for pound top 5. Shakur Stevenson proved that he's on another level. He's just on another level. It just is what it is.
Raw strength means nothing if you never get the chance to use it. The numbers painted a brutal picture. After 7 rounds, Stevenson had connected with 5 more power shots than the man known for his knockout ability. 33 compared to 18. Take a moment to process that. The fighter labeled defensive was nearly doubling the output of the supposed brawler. You could see the toll it was taking. Lopez's body language sagged as he tried to force exchanges, briefly trapping Stevenson along the ropes late in the round. But every surge ended the same way. Before the punch could land, Stevenson was already shifting away, sliding to an angle, and snapping a sharp jab on the exit, a reminder that he was always one step ahead.
Why do you think it was difficult for T.O. to make adjustments? Like, why?
Why? I think that I studied them. I've been watching them for years. I seen T.O. when we was in the amateurs. Everything that I seen was there tonight. Like the things that I kind of saw on tape and on film, it was all in front of me tonight, and there is benefits from watching tape.
The 8th round was the lone outlier. For a brief 3-minute stretch, it felt like a flashback to the old version of Teofimo Lopez. He abandoned the wild headshots and finally invested in the body, digging in a hard left downstairs that momentarily stalled Stevenson. He built off it with a tight hook up top, then slipped a right hand through the guard, the cleanest and most meaningful punch he had landed all night.
That's a good right hand to the body, right there on the inside, but I love the physicality by Shakur on the inside as well. Yeah, rough that bitch up. Yeah. That's what I'm talking about. Rub that bitch up. Yeah, I hope they got the bananas ready. I hope they got the bananas. Shakur's better throw them fucking bananas. Throw them bananas at his ass. Yeah, I try to tell y'all. Hey, I tried to tell you. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
For the first time all night, Stevenson was forced to give ground. Lopez finished the round with a quick flurry, doing just enough to sway the judges. It went down as a 10-9 round for Lopez, the only one he would claim, looking back. That brief success was almost cruel. It sparked hope in the arena, the idea that momentum might finally be shifting. In reality, it did the opposite. It flipped a switch. Stevenson didn't emerge for the 9th looking rattled. He came out irritated, as if conceding even a single round offended him. If the early stages had been a technical clinic, the closing rounds turned into something mental and merciless. He started the 9th with a grin, fully aware the fight was already his, and chose to lean into it. When Lopez tried to carry over his 8th round push, Stevenson shut it down immediately with a perfectly timed counter right. Every attempt to close the distance was punished. A short left to the head, a digging shot to the body, each one draining what little fuel Lopez had left in the tank. By the 10th, Stevenson wasn't hiding his confidence anymore. He was putting it on display. The broadcast even pointed out the smile on his face, the body language of someone who knew the job was simple. He began pressing forward, an unexpected shift that caught everyone off guard, and snapped heavy jabs that split the cut on Lopez's face back open. The final 2 rounds were completely lopsided. Lopez spent most of them swinging at shadows, his features mocked up and his resolve clearly gone. Then, in the closing moments of the fight, Stevenson clipped him with a right hook and paused, locking eyes with him. There was no tension in that stare, just calm certainty, the look of total control from start to finish.
Let's start with the fight. Listen, Shakur won emphatically, 119 I think to 109 with the scorecard, so basically like 11 rounds to 1. What did you think about the outcome and the fact that he was able to win so dominantly?
One, shout out to New York. The true Bruce Carrington, he's world champion now. I'm so proud of him.
Facts.
Been watching him fight the undercards and all this stuff forever. And to see him for world champion tonight, I was bawling, I was crying, yo. So shout out to him. He shine every time he come out. You see his story, see how much he done overcame everything. Now he get a 12th round knockout, looking good against Jermaine Ortiz. Wonderful. Now we got the main event with Shakur, and I knew that was gonna happen. Everybody be talking all that rah-rah to me. I know boxing, and like I told y'all, we was gonna see a little bit of athleticism, but we was gonna see Shakur be using his jab, going to the body. And we saw blood today. Shakur did great today. Only thing I can ask for is stopping. I can't ask for nothing else.
What did you think about, obviously, Teo's eye? He never seemed to be able to get into it at all. Is that kind of like the experience you had?
Or he won a round or two, maybe, but that's it. Shakur too dominant. He was able to hit him clean first round, able to avoid shots. Shakur is just on his A game. He's sharper, he's stronger, he's better, and now he's a 4-division world champion. I'm so proud of him.
When the verdict was announced, it landed without shock. The scores read 119 to 109, a result that reflected how one-sided the night had been. But the meaning of this fight stretches far beyond the numbers on the cards. This wasn't merely a defeat for Teofimo Lopez. It was a harsh spotlight on the gaps in his game. All the build-up, the bravado, the slogans, and the theatrics couldn't hide the reality inside the ring. Against an opponent with a deeper grasp of boxing fundamentals, Lopez was outthought, outpositioned, and ultimately made to look completely outmatched by someone who mastered the craft at a higher level.
Shakur Stevenson just ended Teofimo Lopez's career. Shakur Stevenson just made a two-time lineal champion look like a complete amateur. Teo's footwork was trash and disgusting.
A 2-pack of ass. That shit stinks.
Teo's combination punching was trash and disgusting.
A 2-pack of ass. That shit stinks.
Shakur Stevenson is a defensive wizard. The man's IQ on the offensive end of the game of boxing is at another level. This man, Shakur Stevenson, is a generational talent, and he whooped that man Teo from pillar to post to pillar, and he could have stopped him. This looked just like Floyd Mayweather versus Arturo Gatti, and I told y'all this how it's going to look. That man, Shakur Stevenson, is at another type of level, and that's bad karma for Teo for saying all that racist stuff. Lord child, congratulations, Shakur Stevenson. Get Teo out of boxing.
So what's next for Teofimo Lopez? With all the chatter about his mental state and past hints at walking away from the sport, a defeat this decisive raises serious questions. Is there a path for him to regroup and come back stronger? Or did this fight mark the moment the so-called takeover quietly ended?
Okay? Eddie, I want him. He's cool. He's cool. I got him. Okay?
As for Shakur Stevenson, the story is entirely different. He answered every critic, dominated a reigning champion, and did it all with a calm, confident smile. The real question now, is there anyone at 135 or 140 pounds who can truly challenge him? Conor Benn could be the next name on the radar, but what do you think? Has this fight marked the end of Teofimo Lopez's rise? Or is a comeback still possible after such a harsh defeat? That's it for today's breakdown. If you enjoyed the video, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and turn on notifications so you never miss our future fight analyses. Drop your thoughts in the comments. We want to hear what you think. Stay tuned, and we'll see you in the next one.